This feels like that bad thunderstorm that we get in LA. It's like that every time we get together. I remember being 16 with a dream. Life wasn't everything, but I was gonna make it everything. I was gonna make it on the team. I was gonna make a lean back. Shit, I exceeded that and I never needed crack. I was too busy getting straight A's, watching the A's as the sunset on the bay. Ay, I was out in left field making plays while still being on base. Private conversations, clean plate. And I only run home for a drink or to smoke the stank or just to feel the safe and cashing checks at the bank. Now I don't think for a second. Direct deposit such a blessing. I praise God always, not just on the weekends. Yeah, that's the type of vibe that we in. Yeah, that's the type of city that we in. We done been around the world and it's still where we live.
Have a defender behind you. You would like to have somebody hedging off a non-shooter in the corner, right?
Oh, I was on a totally different type of time.
No, I know. We talking about ones, right? But it's being that there is no help side defense.
Oh my god. You see what I mean?
It would be nice to have some, would it not?
Come on.
Having some help side defense would be good. I don't need any help side.
Hey,
is it because I don't? All right, we're live.
Yeah,
We're
right.
Hey y'all.
He know.
Don't tell me what I know. I don't know shit.
He know he over here capping.
No, I'm not. All right. What's good, y'all?
What's good, peeps?
What's good, bro?
Yeah, chilling.
My dog.
Good to be back over here locked in, you dig?
For sure. It's not going to be a long show. We just had to get out here and talk about a couple of these things. A couple of things that we would have generally just been yelling at each other about over the phone. We was like, man, let's get in here and have these conversations and really get into the topics and get the chat, get the chat's perspective on some of this stuff too. Maybe change some of our perspectives. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
How you feeling, bro? First of all,
hey man, I'm feeling good, bro. Over on my side of the YouTube things, shit's been a little crazy, but at the same time, once certain decisions were made, my health started getting a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? So,
shouts out to the Sour Shop.
When that's happening, I really think that you made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? Right. And things are looking up. Got a bunch of great shows coming for the people, and I'm feeling great, bro.
Awesome.
Happy to be here, locked in with the homie.
And that's a fact.
Above anything else.
Yeah, man.
Above anything else.
I agree. Ain't nothing better, man. Ain't nothing better than getting in here and really getting to the business.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Getting all this stuff together, getting these cameras on, and really getting to it.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right, twin. Let's not waste their time. I know. I feel like we should talk about the topic that you really passionate about. It's a lot of levels to it, and I mean, I feel like this is the one that's going to really take some time for us to really go through.
Oh.
So let's get to it. Ken and friends.
Yeah, man. Yo, this was a crazy moment, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This was a crazy moment, man, and just seeing this whole cap kind of get put on this whole situation, it was a dope thing for a few reasons. One, because all throughout this beef, man, if you really was paying attention to what was going on, it was truly a moment of like the culture kind of coming against the industry, right? And us kind of taking the culture back and fighting that fight. And you really saw how all throughout that process you had industry people kind of like reaching out and trying to, like almost like save Drake, bro. Everybody was trying to, it was a few people trying to throw him some bail, trying to, oh yeah, Euphoria's whack, this is corny, blah 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 blah, like just like little things here. Oh yeah, Drake's still up, Drake's still winning. When we all could clearly see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, and this is like people whose music opinion that in general we would respect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's very weird. It was very weird. So when we're witnessing these things and experiencing them in real time, it really gives a perspective as to what is really going on in terms of how these relationships can sometimes affect like what's right and what's wrong in certain aspects, right? So watching this whole thing play out and seeing how much bail was shot to Drake and how much that people were trying to downplay these situations and like give more validity to some of Drake's claims that clearly weren't true, while also trying to minimize some of Kendrick's claims at the same time, right? So just seeing how all these things play out and to see it not work, and to not only not work, but then actually get the nice little bow put on it and us really have a good send-off for Drake's career up at the Forum, not even that far from here. It was a truly special thing to watch, and it really just lets you know, man, that these industry outlets and these plants and shit, and they can't save anybody. Like at the end of the day, they can't be saved. Like these things are gonna have to be fought, on the battlefield, right? Like there's no amount of talking that could win a boxing match. There's no amount of talking that could win an NBA championship. There's no amount of talking that's gonna win a rap battle, right? Like, no, you're gonna have to really get in there and show and prove. And that dude got outclassed from the rooter to the tutor. You know what I'm saying? In every way, shape, form, in every metric, every way that you want to look at it. He got outshined and outdone. So to really see us get that moment and for Kendrick to use that to really unite all of LA in something that we thought could, bruh, I saw some shit that I thought wasn't even possible.
Yeah, I think for some people out that are outside of Los Angeles that knew what they were seeing, and I think for pretty much everybody inside of the city knew exactly what they just saw.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Right? If you are from Los Angeles and you understand gang culture, right? At least Los Angeles gang culture. If you're from here and you're from the inner city, then you gonna understand that. You're not gonna not understand that and just be moving around like it's all good, or it's gonna be difficult.
Bro, I was just seeing a thing going around how people from out of town complaining because they can't wear any hats out here, and I'm like, that's been a thing for like
and you should abide by that.
Facts.
You see me nice and neutral. You see me. I know the rules.
All right.
What we gonna fight the process?
You can't fight the process.
Ain't nobody bigger than
Trust the process.
Ain't nobody bigger than the program.
Hey, not at all.
Ain't nobody bigger than the program, bro.
Not at all.
I'm
Not
not.
at all. I ain't either.
You goddamn right you're not.
Facts.
Playing with me.
Find out real quick.
Hear me?
Yeah, I mean,
Play with the program. Man, listen. So, like I said, you understand that. And gangs in Los Angeles live in very, very close proximity to each other. 1 block separating them, 2 blocks separating them, things of that nature. A lot of cross-pollination in terms of the women.
sometimes it ain't even a block. Sometimes it's literally
insane
across the street.
projects.
Man.
Across the street.
like
Going on.
wild.
So, to see so many different neighborhoods up on stage, knowing that there were rehearsals, sound checks, multiples, understanding all those different neighborhoods and seeing them all comfortably throwing sets up, comfortably walking, dancing, shaking hands with each other. The amount of politics that it took to make that happen,
Obscene, almost.
hitherto unthinkable.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
And that is appropriate.
Yeah.
That Shakespearean verbiage is appropriate for how
for sure
outrageous of a situation that is. I don't think
Absolutely.
that was really a naked eye thing. I think you can see that there was a lot. You can see that there was a lot of that sort of activity going on, but at the same time, you may not. The naked eye, I don't think, really understood the intricacies of that.
Yeah, no, I don't either. Because I was, kind of repeating this, but I don't think they realized. I'm like, yo, we knew people that was on that stream. I mean, that was up on that stage, bro. Like, so
Of course.
to understand,
Not not performers.
Yeah. Oh no, not at all.
Not performers. Not security guards.
Yeah. No, no, definitely not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to see that, it was special. And I think that to have that moment come from, this cultural moment, because I truly think that that's what this is, man. I think it's time that, I think it is time that people are waking up, because you see these things just happening, man. Like, people are tired of this bullshit, yo. Like, you can't just keep forcing these things down people's throats, right? Because I was even thinking about this, right? If we look at the number of hits that Drake has, because everybody kind of talks about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
About how many hits that he. If you break down how much music he actually puts out, bro, like, you better have that many goddamn hits. Like, who else has been dropping music at that pace, bro? He's just continued to drop music with the hottest artists of the time.
But
and it's like, bro,
I find that I find that interesting that you say that. I agree with that point. And I think the word choice that you use is important, because what you said is that he has continued to drop music. And I do agree with that. I do think that he has been dropping music. He has been releasing music. He has been selling music, right? He is a proprietor of music. But I found it interesting that I agree, and I'm not sure if you did this on purpose, but I don't think that he is really a maker of music. No, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that is what is in question. So, and when you say people are tired of it, I think that just sounds like, or feels to me like, being fed something that seems inauthentic.
Yeah.
And bro. I mean,
how long could the body take that?
I mean, the American people are finding that out with their own human bodies right now.
Exactly. And people seem to be not right.
The food industry as an analogy for the music industry is pretty crazy. I'll let y'all do the math and science.
Nah, that's real talk, bro. Like,
right. But let me. I'll just give a little bit more color.
Yeah.
I'll just give a little bit more color on that.
Go ahead,
and
bro.
Then y'all will
go ahead and cook it on up.
Y'all can digest that. So, if you understand our food industry and what the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration, what the FDA allows in our food, simply like the allowables, right? That third world countries have as absolute no's, absolute nots, right? It's incredible the amount of preservatives. I won't call out any fast food restaurants, but the amount of preservatives, some of the meat that you don't even know is lab grown. So if you think about that in terms of the music industry, and just take one label off, one food label off, and then put music right over it. I think you see a lot of similarities.
Yeah, bro.
You don't know who's making music. Shout out to the ghostwriters. I think the ghostwriters deserve their place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially in the other forms of music.
Facts.
Right?
That's what this is all about too, man, is that nobody is saying that people can't use ghostwriters, but this is a hip hop rap discussion.
It really is.
So there is no like other forms of, rules being allowed here.
And guess what? I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, this is music and that's music too. So what's the difference? Until I see two pop stars have a battle song, a battle, whatever you would call that. I don't want to hear that. Because y'all don't battle rap, but they do. It's commonly accepted. It's something completely different. It's something all on its own. It's hip hop centric.
Yep.
Right? It completely is what it is. So there are differences. There are different qualifications.
Remember when they tried to say that was it Old Town Road wasn't a country?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Right? And we was all like, hey, it sounds like a country song to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah. And then it was all like, nah, it's not country because it's not. But so
that's why. And he said this out of his own mouth. That's why Billy Ray Cyrus. With the gangster movement.
Hey, Billy Ray killed that shit.
He really did. He had the best verse.
Man.
I ain't heard that song in a long time.
They really fooled us with that one.
Oh, yeah.
They really Trojan horse that in there. They really Trojan horse that shit in there, right?
Switch.
Oh, bait and switch, right? It was like, hey.
Most definitely.
Hey, sleight of hand.
Yo, bro. But take that as you will.
If you know, you know.
When you think about the music industry, just think about it like that. You don't know who's making what and what's making what and who you're giving credit to and who you're actually bopping to, who you're buying into, who's this GOAT and who's this legend and who's this and who's that. I mean, you really don't know.
Yeah.
You really don't know.
Yeah. I think that one of the main problems is that, or one of the main things that we've been experiencing is that we've been having this outside push of, I think, like influences from people that aren't really fans of hip hop trying to come in and determine what was going to be the standard.
Right. These regulatory bodies.
Right. And it's like, bro, like, nah, that's not how we get down. That boy was always going to have to fight his own fight. It was always going, I mean, look, he was better off just never responding, bro.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's time for this question.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saving this up for a few weeks. How does it feel to have the vindication for all that time, all those years, you were from the mountaintops, like, nah. It's not this dude. It's not that guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
hey,
facts.
me not listening,
Yeah,
right? For my own selfish
yeah,
reasons.
facts.
You know what I mean? Not this guy. It's not that guy. It's Dot. It's this. It's him.
Yeah.
It's this guy right here. How does it feel to not on a regional stage and not everybody in LA, and not only do I know it,
Yeah.
right? And I have to eat some form of crow, which I have, right?
Facts.
I'm willing.
No,
I'm
facts.
more than willing.
No,
I'm
100%.
more than willing.
Because y'all, it was a lot of these discussions.
Right.
It was like countless.
But on a worldwide
Yeah.
level, any united all the hoods in the city,
Yeah.
what does that vindication feel like?
Nah.
Give me like
I
an
didn't-
NBA comp.
Yo, I didn't expect this, man. This is Bron and the Heat actually winning however many championships that they, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. That's like actually something like that, I think, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if they actually would have like ran off 7, 8 championships after saying it, you know, because look, like it, bro. I saw it, man. Like, it was really when I heard "Look Out for Detox," bro. I'm not playing, because I used to listen to all these dudes, man, and I loved them all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fan of hip hop, bro. You know, we were talking about it, and or we were talking about even some of those deep cut dudes who kind of like fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like Charles Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Like from back then, right?
That was coming.
Nah, dude. Like I was fans of all these dudes, bro.
He just thought he was a little more fire than he actually was.
Right?
You could tell that
Yeah.
that's really what it was.
Yeah.
He just thought he was this much more fire than he
Yeah.
was.
Right. But like, man, nah. When I heard "Look Out for Detox," bro, and then I found out that allegedly that shit was a freestyle, and I was like, wait a minute, bro. Like, if that shit is like for real, like a freestyle, that's like one of the greatest freestyles I've ever heard. Like, if a motherfucker really just like got in the booth and just laid some shit like that, like that's spooky, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really since then, and then there just continued to be like this space where when I saw that he clearly wanted the smoke with everybody, and then you were seeing how like people was reacting to that instead of just like, because some people did respond in kind, right? Like Big Crit responded later with the Mount Olympus John, right? And you could tell that he didn't feel threatened by what Kendrick said. You know what I mean? But when I saw like the top motherfuckers and how they were reacting, I was like, oh, wait, no. This made them feel some type of way. Like they're in their feelings kind of. And so that kind of added into it. And just really after that Control verse and the BET cipher, when he did that to Drake, and then Drake responded with a whole bunch of subliminals.
Greatest cipher moment. That's the greatest cipher moment ever.
Joke's on you. High five. I'm bulletproof. Shots will never penetrate. Tail on a donkey, boy, you better fake. I got my thumb on hip hop and my foot in the back of your ass. I was like, bro. And that was after, nothing been the same since they dropped since they dropped Control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. And I was like, bro, he just dissed this dude on national television, bro. You know what I mean? And like, nah, it was once again more subs. So honestly, it was my confidence in him after hearing some of these tracks, and then that coupled with the responses from the actual peers and what would be the big three of him, J. Cole, and Drake. It was the responses of these motherfuckers and my confidence in him that really just like that was all that I really needed to see.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man.
He tucked J. Cole up real quick. That was crazy. Here's the thing.
Look, no. We talked about this.
We did, but I do need to say
I think the schoolboy phone call.
Oh no, it was in person.
Really did, or school for it. Oh, you're right, because he was performing at Dreamville.
Yep,
or Dreamfest.
It was in person.
So the schoolboy conversation, I'm sure, was explained everything. Like, bro, Drake is lining you up.
Facts.
To go against Dot for no reason, so he don't have to.
Facts. But that's really what he was doing, bro.
He been doing X, Y, and Z to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody going after him, bro.
So Drake just fucking
if you do this,
J. Cole right in front.
So if you do this, this is what you're getting. You aligning yourself against everybody.
Hey.
And what Doc got in the background is about to take over the whole world.
Bruh, I want to hear these other songs though. Because I know they exist.
Drake has to say something.
Man.
Drake has to say something, and Kendrick will probably release another, like an untitled part 2.
Untitled and Masters too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably release something like that, man. But listen, I say all that to say, and I bring all that to bring up, you deserve your moment in the sun.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate that because it was a long time, bro.
You were definitely correct. While I never said that you were wrong, I definitely never said that you were correct. Now, before I'm that's for sure. And my brother, you were correct. You were correct. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, man. Before we get too far, Osa Fresh, as always.
Osa Fresh, bro. Osa Fresh been holding it down, bro.
Not only do Osa be holding it down, he's one of the wildest people in the chat ever.
Right?
Ever. Osa goes so crazy in the chat. But hey, bro, we love it, bro. Straight up. Sin Havoc, you already know. Sin Havoc was popping. Qatar.
Counterintelligence.
Facts. Got Qatar in here. Got Josh.
Got Qatar in the building.
Mama Bear.
Art Dog.
Facts. Mama Bear.
Yeah. I can't never see the chat when we over here.
That's a fact.
But much love to all y'all out there. Y'all always killing and holding it down. And thank you for being here.
Hey man, no doubt. The dude is such a professional.
Who?
Dude, you.
Oh my god.
Buddy's such a professional on stream, especially when he read out. He's like, listen, you gotta follow these 3 rules. Don't mix the hashtag. I didn't even do the rest.
Hey, it is what it is.
Operate with respect and whoop de whoop and whoop de whoop. Boy, we going straight through it. Hey,
man, we be having to, bro.
No,
because motherfuckers act like they don't remember.
Yeah,
that's why you gotta repeat that shit every time, bro. Because people
agree.
will literally act like you never said, bro. They will legit, bro. After following you and talking shit for all these times and watching all your content, they will legit. If you don't say that shit one time, they'll come in and be like, yo, like, oh, like, why? Like, you ain't never said that. I never heard you say that. You like, bro.
What are you talking about?
Come on, bro.
So, in conclusion,
you've been hating since 87.
That's a fact. Since the moment I was born.
Since the fucking moment I was born, bro.
Stop it. Stop.
Your whole life, whole existence been there. Hate. Motherfucker, wake up, hate. Go to sleep, hate. Hate. Facts, bro.
Hey, you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
My dick.
Straight up, man. So I want to get to the next topic. I really want to close.
I love being on this channel.
I know you do. That's what I said to you last time. Hey, he tried to play it cool last time, right? He tried to play it cool last time. I was like, he was cutting up a little bit last time. I was like, if you like it over here,
hey,
bro, I was like, yeah, man, nice, it's cool. You know, I'm like, I be doing my thing on other channels too. I'm like, yeah. I'm there. You know, I'm there, right? So like, I know. So I know you be doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always do your thing. I know you do your thing, my dog. But I know you want to cut up.
Hey.
I know you want to cut up a little bit. No, you want
But much love to the
a
chat,
little
though.
bit.
For sure.
Absolutely, man. It's always much love to the chat, bro. Every single one of y'all, bro. Every single one of y'all. As always. So I want to move on to the next topic. I really want to close it out with those last two. Because I think one of them is the funniest, and I think one of them really is where we had the most contention. But I want to move on to JJ Reddick being announced as a head coach. So JJ's been announced as the head coach. Many people looked at him and LeBron and his podcast as the long interview, right? Felt like that was just Bron interviewing him for a head coaching position for like 7 extended hours.
Imagine that.
Now, do I think Bron had that in his plans? No. Do I think Bron looked at JJ like somebody who's like, hey, man, you should really look into coaching. I think you would make a really good coach. Yes. Do I think Bron started that podcast like, I'm going to figure out if JJ Reddick could coach me in my last few years of basketball? No. Do I think Bron and him started having those conversations and like breaking those things down, and Bron realized maybe how, and I'm not saying this as a statement like JJ saw this and whatever, or this is true, but because we're really going to see that when he steps into the position, and we'll get some insights to him running practices and get to see how his practices look and stuff like that, because that's a huge part of coaching which people don't really understand. What do your practices look like? What does your schedule look like? What time does practice start? I mean, we probably won't find that out until unless somebody slips and says something, but like what time we could actually, that's not true. We could sit around the Lakers facility and find out what time practice starts. But, you know what I mean?
Right.
So what time practice starts? That sort of thing. You know what I mean? Shoot arounds, warm-ups, vets first or rookies first, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How we really running a practice? What are your schedules like and stuff like that? But maybe Bron was around him and saw, dang, JJ recognizes these coverages super duper fast. He sees the game in the same way I do as we talk about these late clock situations or out of bounds plays and how to utilize a player or how to flip plays on the fly and why that's important to be able to understand that immediately.
Yeah.
Because those adjustments are important to be able to make quickly.
Absolutely.
Right. Which those are just some really small things, but nevertheless, right? Maybe LeBron, who's been around many, many coaches, right? Some trash, some people some coaches he's taken. Most coaches he's taken further than they've ever gone before or after.
David Blatt.
I don't think does he have a coach in the NBA that has done better without him than with him?
No.
Because Ty Lue don't have another championship.
Nope, not Mike Brown. I don't think he ever coached a team that got away because they went to the finals with Mike Brown, right?
Mm-hmm. Those are the only two options. Spo. But no, because they only have one championship without Brown. It was Ty Lue on the second run in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay. So, with that said, LeBron having never had a
Wait
coach.
a minute. Spo, did he win a championship recently?
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, they didn't, but they went. They went to the finals.
Yeah.
And they played against the Lakers. And they played. Wow, and they lost to Prime. Wow.
So
how poetic.
Even worse.
How poetic.
Hey.
Is it not?
It is.
Shakespearean even. So with that level of experience as a person who sees coaches, can vet coaches, is in huddles with coaches as they draw up plays, snatching clipboards from them like, bro, this play is not going to work.
Did you see the look on his face when Darvin Ham was drawing up that one play and he was just like,
I did.
Like, bro.
Have you worked with bosses and people put in positions and you looking at the decisions that they making like, bro, what the fuck is going on here?
Right?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
No, seriously. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure LeBron with his supercomputer, hypercomputer. Like his brain is like a room of little of computers all hooked up to other processors with like heavy duty mall size air conditioning in there to keep all the computers from overheating and stuff and continue to process, and like an AI component that continues to update the computer as it reads new information and like teaches it how to like deal with that too. I'm sure that and no one has ever confused Darvin Ham for being that.
No, absolutely not.
I feel like with that
was a strange hire.
It really was,
dude.
I felt like that was just I felt like that's an interim coach hire. Interim coach, get you through the end of a season. Maybe you start a season with him, like JB Bickerstaff, right? Remember he coached the Lakers at the beginning of a season. They actually
2 whole years. He got 2 years, right?
No.
I'm talking about Darvin Ham.
Yeah. JB Bickerstaff got like 8 games, and he was like 7-1.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. They were cooking that year. Buddy.
Out of here.
Gone. I think you went another coaching route for like a few games, and we ended up getting Phil back. And he was like, all right. Fine. They thought they could do it outfield, and they started losing. It's like, fine. Come on. Kobe said he's going to leave. Come on.
Hey. Yeah, right.
He started forcing our hand in the media. We can't do that. Okay, so I just think LeBron saw something in him and felt like, yo, but some of the coaching decisions that have been made, like, I need my hand in here.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Right? Now, mind you, this is not coming from somebody who is on some like a huge LeBron stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love all basketball players that are good.
Yeah.
I dislike all of the bad ones. You know what I mean? If you don't improve your game, if you don't get no better, and it's you are the same guy, like I don't necessarily dislike you for those things, but like I'm not going to the excuses, the passes, the understanding, the level of understanding, all that stuff is not going to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I really do wonder what it is. Like what do niggas be doing?
That is a great question, right?
All you gotta do is who?
I don't know, man. It seems simple. It seems simple enough, but at the same time,
if you staying healthy and you continuing to get burned and continuing to sign NBA contracts, some dudes like Imani Bates are, for whatever reason, they're better than George Niang as an offensive player because he's signed to the Cavs subsidiary team, sister team, or not. I'm sorry, not sister team, little brother team.
Yeah.
And who's that other shooting guard option for the Cavs? It's George Niang and one other dude who can beat it.
Yeah.
On my soul, it's one other dude who can beat it.
Yeah.
I think he was might have been averaging like 29 in the summer league. Yeah. He should play. He can play. But if you're not in a situation like that, and you're in more of like a Cam Reddish situation, you get to the Lakers and you're getting real burn.
Yeah.
You got a hoop.
You should. But that's been a constant thing, man, like that I've been seeing on these teams with LeBron, bro. And I've been watching it, and it's just funny because there's like this there's this sentiment of almost like that everybody says that he's the GOAT and everything, and there's just this overwhelming conglomerate of people. And I'd be like, who? Like Brian Windhorst, bro, Nick Wright, like don't nobody like really be saying LeBron's the GOAT like that, bro.
Shannon Sharp voice is just loud.
You know what I'm saying? And Shannon was a recent voice, honestly. You know what I'm saying? That like kind of popped up. Like it ain't never been everybody, bro. The overwhelming fucking majority of people say that Michael Jordan is the GOAT, bro.
Oh, yeah,
like
for sure.
you know what I'm saying? So it almost seems as if like there's this sense of like, oh, it's really more pushback than it really was on TV. You know what I'm saying? Because like, man, don't nobody on TV really be talking like that. But yo, like this dude should have some kind of input in his coaching situation, bro. Like
I would agree. At this point,
these Oh, what I was getting to is a lot of times players that play with this dude, bro, they be nice in other spots, and then they come over there, and then I'd be like, you know, you should just be hooping, doing exactly what you was doing, because you're gonna get more open looks and everything. But motherfuckers just get over there and start clanging, bro.
I'll tell you this. I always felt like that about Kobe. I always felt like people.
I'm sure.
You know what? That makes me really gives credence to me to the argument that people make when they talk about playing in places like New York, playing in places like Los Angeles, and it just being completely inescapable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't escape the media cycle. You can't escape how powerful it is. Like all of the bloggers and vloggers and Twitter people.
And it's gonna be nonstop.
They're all here. I heard Taj Gibson talking about on the 520 Club podcast, which is Jeff Teague's podcast, talking about playing in New York.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, these other cities, like if I play in Boston, I play in New York, or I play some, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of escape it. I mean, I can go grab some food and not necessarily have to hear about the game. Like you walk into the corner store in New York, going to get some food. It's a bagel and something in the morning, like you about to get cussed out by like 20 people.
They own you.
Facts. On your way there and on your way back. But the dude handing you your sandwich is like, hey, what the fuck happened last night? And you're like, bruh, it's like 7 a.m, bruh. Like, can I just get my food? I don't know. We lost.
I feel it. Yeah, man. Look, bro. Look, and
I feel like that matters.
The media cycle, bro. It's unrelenting, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like now that we live in this digital age, just it's content being put out every single second, every single minute, bro. Right? People are putting out stories and narratives and trying to get clicks and trying to get engagement. So it's never
being first. Being
bro.
First is far more important than being right.
Oh yeah, bro. I've been seeing a lot of that shit on my end recently, and it's wild. But no, it actually kind of gives you a look into this shit and how it works. And it's like, oh, so this is you guys' playbook, right? So, if something comes out that's counter to whatever the going narrative is, even if it's like some proof popped out, you'll just have all of the media outlets just act like nothing happened. Mm-hmm. They literally just act like they don't know. Like, what are you talking about? You know? Mm-hmm. And they just keep going, perpetuating the bullshit, and they all pass it back and forth. And no, you literally like just watch this whole thing play out.
I'm telling you, bro.
And it's like, yo, this is crazy.
The secret is to infiltrating this. It's all right in front of our faces. They put it in front of our faces a long time ago in spy movies, bro. And now we have them in real life. The Google glasses. You got to rock the Google glasses. You got to be going live.
Yeah.
You got to be live.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, I live stream everywhere I go. I'm my Google glasses. My fans see whatever I see.
Yep.
So when I walk in this corporate building and we talking about my contract and we talking about this and we talking about that, we on live.
Yeah.
What's good?
Right? Yo, we streaming.
Oh God. It's up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Nah, that's actually crazy.
Google glasses at all times. Tell you.
Man.
Call me to Diddy. Have Diddy call me to his house. Call me.
You know what?
Google glasses. Google glasses. Goofy on YouTube on my phone. What up, Diddy? What's popping, dog?
You know
what you want to do?
Bitch, you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Google glasses, nigga. K-Ruff from this one.
Yo,
Weinstein, call me to the crib. I'm pulling up. Google glasses, fool. You can't get me. Google glasses. He tried to do whoop, and everybody seen it.
We seen it.
We seen it.
We seen it.
Get him. Get him.
Immediately.
Get him out of here. Freaky ass nigga.
Need to stay their ass inside,
Be
bro.
a 69 guy.
Facts. Stay your ass inside, bro.
All you big dick deviants.
All catching hell.
In
It's up for all of
2024.
them.
I think it said it's God's side
And the other side.
and we don't care nothing about the other side. Yeah, what an amazing moment. Man, it's truly a prophet. It seems to be.
Yeah.
And it just seems to
Hey,
be
real quick, y'all
coming
in the chat. Do not let me get out of here without forgetting to lay it to smack it down before we get on out of here.
Hey,
Facts.
I won't.
No, yeah, that'll be the last thing.
I definitely won't forget. But
yeah, because I'm on this channel, so this is fun for me.
Yeah,
this is fun for me.
Hey, look. Do you know that I'm with it?
oh.
You know this.
Hey, look.
I'm just waiting.
I wouldn't be doing the show with a motherfucker that wasn't with it.
I'm waiting for my chance. We're not gonna speak it into existence. We're not gonna get crazy. We're gonna continue to be on the same vibes that we've been on, which is always positivity, always just you know what I'm saying, keeping it real smooth, pushing the vibe forward, pushing my people forward, hoping that my people continue to do the same, correcting me as I do my best to correct them in moments when I feel like they need it, and just giving each other exactly what we need, so that we can all, get what we really want to get out of this life.
Who's sounding professional now, y'all?
But
that shit was so eloquent,
But
right? Like,
but I'm itching to cook me a nigga. I'm itching to cook me a nigga, though.
Hey,
for real. But I won't let you forget. I'm itching to cook me a nigga. Although all the vibes are positive in conclusions, just so we wrap all that up real quick. But to wrap up this topic, because I don't think there's too much left to talk about it. Obviously, we can't talk about what type of offense he's gonna run. They still have some.
Wait, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Because I want to get this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've heard a lot of people talking about, oh man, JJ ain't never coached nowhere. He ain't never been a head coach. Wait.
Nope, you can't do that yet. You can't do that yet. That's coming. That's my next question.
Wasn't we talking about I thought that we was wrapping up the
no.
topic, period.
No, this next question is to wrap the JJ topic before we get off of that. I'm gonna bring up, which I think is the most beautiful thing ever, that their lead assistant that JJ is looking to get is Rondo.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome. I'm sure you would agree with me to think that that's a beautiful
absolutely
signing. But yes, like you were just about to say, I've been hearing all of that in terms of JJ, whether or not he's head coach material and he's never coached anywhere and whatever. This is what I wonder, right? How many coaches you think JJ's seen in a 15-year NBA career? A solid amount.
Yeah.
How many different practices? How many different people has he seen? I feel like JJ knows more. A veteran player, a cerebral veteran player. JJ as a player was early on analytics, which obviously analytics are not the end-all be-all in basketball, but they do provide great predictive markers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to pay attention to players' tendencies and obviously know time and score and all of that stuff. But analytics matter. As you can see by the way that Boston plays, right? Analytics do really, really help the game. Obviously, their roster is ridiculous, but analytics are a solid part of the game and do deserve to be paid attention to. Early adopter, and person who paid attention to that. Incredibly cerebral as a basketball player and always has been. And that's obvious to see, and that's relatively easy to see when you listen to him break down games, if you know what you're listening to, or break down games and break down film, right? When he's talking with Bron. But as a player, you know what players need.
Facts.
You understand how to be a player's coach. I think, in my opinion, this is not the second coming of Steve Kerr or whatever, which I do think Steve Kerr is a really good coach. But my point in bringing that up is most of the times when you have a player coach, I think there is a lack of focus on analytics from those coaches.
Yeah.
Right. I really think there's a lack of focus on it. And I think there's a bit of struggle in it in regards to that. And I think you see that with Jason Kidd. I think you saw that with Monty Williams, which is, I think, is the real reason that he's out right now, especially after they paid him all that money. I think he got like $67 million in that last contract that he got, or at least that's how, or either that or that's how much is still owed.
No,
which is
I think
crazy.
that's how much is still owed,
which is crazy, which is insane.
Oh wait, no. It's 40 from them and 20 something from somebody else.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 20 from somebody else and like 60 from them.
No. It's 40. No, it's 65 total, I think. And it's like 45 from them, if I'm not mistaken. And
balling like an athlete, but got no jumper.
Or like 25 and 40. One of the two. But
I ain't gonna act like Monty Williams.
I think it's 65 million that he's owed.
I ain't gonna act like Monty Williams
to sit at home.
He probably still got a jumper. But Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Finessed, fleeced of all time.
Fleeced. The GOAT fleece? Is that the coach? Is that the GOAT coach fleecing?
Probably.
It's gotta be.
Bro, I'm not going to go coach nowhere right now.
I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Yeah, facts.
Never.
That's probably, you know what? That's probably them trying to get him about the league too.
I think there's a portion of that. I think there's a slight concerted effort. Because
I don't know, bro. Firing him with all that money left after he's already owed money from his last team too. What team is gonna, like? Let's just say that he was gonna keep looking for a job. What team do you think would pick up a coach that is been fired from their last two teams and are still owed money on both those contracts?
You want to be honest? If you want me to be honest,
yeah, sure.
I think the Lakers should ask to try to put him on the staff.
For multiple, I can see that.
There are multiple reasons.
I can see that.
Right? Coaching experience. Because JJ is going to need coaching experience for some of those things that I talked about before.
For sure.
Right? Running a practice, structure, schedule, simple stuff like that you kind of don't think about, take for granted or whatever. It's not just drawing up plays and standing out there getting upset when something doesn't go right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's hyper important, just having other head coaching candidates, but you really don't want to have, if you're a JJ, you're not trying to have your replacement sitting on the bench.
No, absolutely not.
Know what I mean?
But I don't think Monty.
And I don't think Monty is in that position either.
Yeah.
I think with the way that he's been dismissed rather unceremoniously from his last two stops, I don't think that that's really in the plans for the Lakers. With Phil Handy not getting a contract extended to him, I think they should look to bring Phil Handy back. Yeah. I do think there's a ton of value in Phil Handy and in Rondo, especially for a familiarity standpoint. I think relationships with Bron as well as relationships with the rest of the players is hyper important. Yeah. So what do you feel of JJ's coaching experience?
Look, I'm gonna just say
lack thereof.
Look, I'm gonna say this because I saw this being a big topic. And if we didn't have that same response for Mark Jackson, who had never coached,
Steve Kerr,
Mark Jackson too. No. I'm talking about specifically Mark Jackson, right? Like when he got hired, bro, we all came out and was like, "Yo, hey." Great that we gave that man a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And he coached his ass off, too.
He coached his ass off, bro. Should be coaching right now.
And developed his ass off.
Like, literally, the man that is probably most responsible outside of Steph Curry for that entire dynasty, bro. Because
I can agree.
He helped set that groundwork, he should be coaching. But, bro, like, sometimes, man, I mean, first of all, ex-players are always going to skip the line, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they're always going to, like, if it's going to be anybody that don't have any coaching experience that you're going to hire as a head coach, it's going to be an ex-player. And with JJ not being like a superstar player, I also think that bodes well too.
I always felt that way.
Yeah, because players that are on the bench a lot more, they're watching the game a whole lot more than superstars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who are typically like Melo just kind of spoke about it when he was saying like, yo, if he was going to go coach somewhere, he would have to go to like a high school or something, because he would have to have like total control or whatever. And he was just saying about how superstars typically don't, you know what I'm saying, like work out well as coaches. Like that came from Melo.
Look, I never felt like that.
You know?
I always felt like the expectations are too high.
That too, bro.
You end up like Mike and wanting to get up and go play.
Yeah.
That's why Magic couldn't coach.
Yeah.
His expectations are too high.
Yeah.
Magic is like, bro,
you don't see what I see.
Just
and
go.
He's talking to a 6'3" point guard, talking about you don't see that, and it's like, bro, no, you're 6'9".
I can't see. Oh.
You're 6'9", bro.
I think there's a ton of grounding.
You can't just go grab that rebound and go start pushing the break. No.
He get out there as a coach, grab a rebound to show you. It's like that don't change nothing.
Sit down, man.
Grab the ball, do this here. Get the ball out there, man.
It's easy. Just fake it that way, you know.
Right. Clyde, you gotta get him back. You gotta get him back, Clyde. No, bro, I'm telling you.
Nah, it's crazy.
That's just insane. So no, I never felt like coaches like that worked out for reasons that make complete sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes perfect sense why that
the expectations from the fans too, bro.
Yeah.
And,
dude,
yeah.
I don't think that first year coaches that are ex-players, I don't think people realize the advantage that you have as an ex-player.
Yeah.
There is a supreme advantage as an ex-player. The question from a player is, can you be are you tactical enough?
Yeah.
Are you cerebral enough? Are you really are you sick enough?
Yeah. He played under Coach K, bro. That's something else too, man.
The next question was,
like,
who has he played under? He's played for some sick people.
Bruh, Coach K, Coach Bron.
He played for Stan Van Gundy, who's a sick man. And when I say, I'll tell you what I mean by sick.
Is that man coached the Olympic team, bro?
Mm-hmm. Think of who, bro. Listen. He's been coached by some sick people.
Yeah, facts.
Stan Van
Gundy's a sick man.
He's a sick man. When I say that, I'm talking about the way that he feels and behaves about the game of basketball.
Facts, yeah.
He's a sick person.
Yeah.
Like JJ would call him a sicko, right? Chris Paul, he's sick.
Yeah.
Kobe, sick.
Yeah.
I think Bron is relatively sick. I just think Bron is a hyper athlete and also a hyper computer.
Yeah.
Right. I just think it comes relatively easy to him, although I think he does pay very close attention. I don't think he pays the same attention to the rest of those guys, but he's in the class. He's in the class just as a hyper intelligent guy, but I don't know how sick he is. But the other dudes, they're sick, and they have to be.
Nah,
Chris Paul doesn't make the league if he's not sick.
If you ask
JJ don't make the league if he's not sick.
If you ask Shumpert, Bron is sick. You know what I'm saying? Shumpert tell the best Bron stories.
No, I know. Nah. I know Bron. No, you're not. You're making a good point, but I know Bron gets it and understands everything that's happening. As it's happening quicker than anybody. But and a lot of that is from studying. But and being sick.
No, I know what you mean because it's a whole different, bro. Stan Van Gundy, bro.
He's a fucking sick guy, and as a tactician, as a drawing up plays,
it's crazy.
And he's so good at that.
Yeah,
he just folds on. He's just not a good under pressure guy.
Yeah,
right. I see the tactician in JJ. Yeah. Right. We'll see how it translates to him being on the floor. We don't know exactly how it's going to translate immediately with him being on the floor. I see the tactician in JJ. Right. I see JJ as an ex-player seeing the value in everybody knowing their roles and the small things from all the bad coaches that everybody they've had that didn't work and that all that shit. That is what you get as a player.
Yeah.
You get to see all of these coaches and what works and what doesn't work. You know what I mean? I think even as an assistant coach, you don't get to see as much what works and what doesn't work unless you are an assistant coach who was also an ex-player or an assistant coach that is just a player's coach from that standpoint, and they're comfortable enough with you to come and share the information. Yeah. You got to be that guy, though. You've got to be that coach.
And no other way.
That the coaches they come into you and they're like, yeah, man, this ain't working, man. I don't like this. And why he doing this? Why he got me like that? He needs to put me here. And you know what I'm saying?
You would explain that. You know what I'm saying?
Then you become that guy, then fine. But hey, we're gonna see. I think JJ's coaching experience is going to be a pretty good one. I feel like as a player, being inspired to play for your coach is a huge thing. I think this is going to work out a lot better than what you think, man.
I think that the Coach K thing is like that's huge, man. Like that's what, because when you're looking and when you're talking about somebody that played for somebody like Coach K, who's literally like when he's coaching the Olympic team, that is them recognizing or calling him pretty much the best coach of basketball in the entire country.
Yeah.
Was
Pop on that staff?
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Popovich is on that staff.
But wasn't the head coach. If I'm
no. Coach K is the head coach.
Crazy.
I know. I'm fleshing.
Right.
I'm
so
just adding color to your point. So
he said, I'm just adding a little season on it.
That's all. Pop is one of those coaches. Wasn't Jerry Sloan one of them coaches at one time?
Yeah.
Everybody who Gil scored 60 on in that season was one of them coaches. It was.
Shout out to Gil.
Everybody he scored 50 on in that season. They was one of them coaches, but they're all NBA coaches, high-level NBA coaches, the highest level other than Phil Jackson. You know what I mean? So, man.
And they put Coach K. So, yeah, man. And that's obviously still a resource that he can utilize. So,
definitely.
Yeah, man. I don't think that this thing is going to turn out bad at all. I really don't. I think it's going to be a great look. I actually think that Hurley story kind of came out to throw everybody off. But this whole JJ Reddick thing probably got announced too early.
I think Dan Hurley and him, he's in the contract. He's about to re-up, or he just re-up his contract. And they brought this story out just to be like, hey, I could leave and I could get this money, and probably somebody in the Laker organization helping out a homie. Throw my name in there.
They killed two birds with one stone. It was like, yo, this JJ thing is heating up.
Watch me look up and watch me look up and Dan Hurley be represented by Clutch. Hey, Rich Paul, you dirty dog.
You be like, bro,
you double dip. You like quadruple dipping now, bro. How you even getting 4 bites off one chip, fool?
Right?
You quadruple dipping, dog. What are you using, a tostada?
A whole. Hey.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah. I can't even, So I can't see it going too poorly. Not knowing who JJ was as a player, and then really listening to JJ speak about how he sees the game. and then having a relatively good idea of what I know about basketball, I really feel like this one's gonna go pretty well. While I won't say that there aren't gonna be any bumps in the road, there definitely are. I'm excited for it, bro. I'm excited for it. But now that that's wrapped up, moving on to the next topic, another one that's very important to my dog. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and cook. Let him go ahead and jump in and cook. My dog, our dog, Ryan Garcia.
Don't R dog me.
What? You don't fuck with Ryan? Why you laughing?
Yo, this is funny.
No, hey, look,
This is
I'm
funny.
dead serious.
This is funny.
Since when has it been fuck Ryan?
This is hilarious.
Since when has it been fuck Ryan? I know you ain't no like, yeah, no, Ryan is my guy. My fighter.
Mhm.
I know that. You know what I'm saying? But we fuck with Ryan.
Yeah, I'll tell you
And
exactly.
I tell you, man, the channel supports Ryan, dog.
No.
I support Ryan, you feel me?
Hey.
Not like saying, Ryan, you can do whatever the fuck you want or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Still consequences for everybody's actions, which we'll talk about. But nevertheless, bro,
Yeah.
the show's guy, fuck, Ryan Garcia was apparently on the juice for his.
Don't say apparently, bro. Don't say apparently. See what I mean? See, this is
what I mean. Let me say what I mean, bro.
Okay, all right, cool.
What I mean when I hear somebody like on the juice, I'm saying like intentionally took steroids or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying like allegedly intentionally took steroids, but there were definitely steroids in the system at the time of the Devin Haney fight, in which he whooped the shit out of Devin Haney's ass. And for whatever reason, Devin was celebrating at the bowling alley after hearing that he was that the loss wasn't going to be counted or what have you.
Absolutely. As he
now the world has, if you read comments and pay attention to that sort of thing, like I do, because the comment section is definitely the best part of social media ever, and it always has been. He is still being fried for being ragdolled around the 100%. Ring. But how do you feel about Ryan allegedly intentionally taking steroids, but definitely having some trace amounts of steroids in his system at the time of the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney?
Yo, first, the fact that I came out and that as a friend, I shared with you, right, my innermost thoughts, bro. And I was like, hey, man, I really think that Ryan was on steroids, bro. This is like way before this shitty. I was like, bro, I was like, it kind of seemed to me like he was on steroids. And when you was all like, hey, bro, you just hating. He's like, bro, you hating on Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And
I was gaslighting.
Right? And I was like,
I ain't saying I'm wrong either, but
right, but
Go ahead.
Well, it actually was wrong because I wasn't hating on him. Like, obviously, I wasn't hating on the motherfucker because I was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfucker was on steroids. But no, bro, like, for somebody's story to have changed so many times, for it to have went from, hey, Devin's cool with Victor Conti, and I never took any steroids, and this is a Conti thing, and Vada, and everybody, right? And it's all them, right? Then it was hey, like I even took a hair follicle test with this other third party, and then you go to the third party's website, and then they even say, hey, blood and urine tests are more accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, for this guy to be having come in overweight, and then he's on camera using an IV after the weigh-in, which is totally not legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for his story to then be, hey, well, I actually did take some on accident, right? But hey, it was only because it was in these supplements. Let me tell you guys how this works when you test positive. Because I I fucking know this because of the Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz fight, because he tested positive and is the lead up to their first one. When you test positive, you can send in all of your supplements, and how they test it is they check your sample and they have the lot number from that same item, and they will go grab another one of those supplements from that same lot number, and they will test it. And if that other bottle has trace amounts in it, then all right, cool. Like, hey, no harm, no foul. That is not what Ryan Garcia did whatsoever. The supplements that Vada tested found no Listerine in it or any of the other drugs. Then on top of that, he said that it was just Vada. It just came out recently that the New York State Athletic Commission, their test also had Listerine in it. So that's 5 positive tests in total. Right now, my question for anybody is, and that ain't even counting like the legal stuff that he didn't got into afterwards, and him being sued by all these people that he's been lying on, and him going crazy saying all this weird shit. Right now, when we were watching that fight, my way to compare this is to, if you remember back when Floyd fought Shane Mosley.
Yes.
Right? That was about 2009 or 2010.
Yeah,
one of those times. I think it was 2010. In that second round, Shane Mosley, who had prior to that fight had used PEDs before, you know what I'm saying, got caught.
Yep.
Matter of fact, that was one of Floyd's like first fights.
He's suspended.
Yep. And I think that was one of Floyd's first fights that he started doing that blood and urine testing it, right? Shane almost knocked Floyd the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
If Shane Mosley was on PEDs, do you think that he probably would have knocked him out in that moment? Right?
Dude, let me say this. I don't know the effect of all the PEDs that they're taking.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what
is it fair to say that if he's hitting a little bit harder and a little bit faster, because that's typically what
that's not all
happens.
PEDs. Some PEDs
absolutely
some
not.
PEDs are for recovery.
Yeah, absolutely.
PEDs, you know what I mean? Some of that stuff just speeds up recovery.
But that's not what
that's not what Shane tested for or whatever. And the question is, if he hits if he's hitting him a little harder or what?
If he's hitting him a little bit harder and a little bit faster, then he naturally can. You know what I mean? When we saw what naturally it looked like, you know what I'm saying? Him catching him flush, he almost knocked Floyd out. You know what I'm saying? I would argue that if he was on something, that fight probably would have been stopped right there.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Another fight from Floyd's past, the first Maidana fight. If you look, that wasn't a PED situation, but if you remember, when before that fight started, they were about to cheat Floyd. Maidana's gloves had no padding in them. Floyd had to pay him, I think it was like $250,000 to not cheat him, right? Because they were gonna let him go in the ring with him, and you could clearly see, you know what I'm saying, like Floyd, you know, pushing and saying, "Hey, there's no padding in them." Now, in that fight with normal gloves on, Maidana knocked Floyd tooth the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would argue that if he went in there with them gloves that he was probably going to do, he probably would have knocked Floyd the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So, the fact that Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds overweight, on PEDs, having taken an IV, you know what I'm saying? Illegal one, all these things, and for him to come out of there and whoop Devin and still end up walking out with a split decision, having lost like hell rounds.
Well, you can't penalize him for coming in 3 pounds.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't penalize him for coming in 3 pounds overweight You can't take the fight away from him for doing the IV. And you have to stop it because you know that. No, listen. You knew that before the fight.
We did not know that he took an illegal IV.
Yes, we did. We saw it.
No, I don't think that tape
he
came
filmed
out.
it. Yes, he was on live. He filmed. What are you talking about? We saw that.
Which is even worse.
It's fine. It is.
No
way. I'm just saying you can't penalize him for what you already knew, and for what he paid for. He paid for coming in 3 pounds overweight. He paid $1 million for that.
No.
So you can't penalize him on the back end for that. Wait, listen.
I'm not penalizing.
You just penalize him. You're just penalizing him for the Osterring. I'm not saying that you are.
No,
I'm not saying that you are. We're just looking at his sentence. All right, go ahead.
Because I need you to get what I'm saying right, so that because I don't want to be misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Which means why not? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
fuck it.
Right? You say fuck it.
I don't care.
Right?
Misconstrue me.
Nah, man. Nah, bro. For that to be the case, and what I'm saying is that if he chose or if he knew that he could beat that dude naturally, I don't think he does any of that shit. And I think that the fact that all of these steps were taken means that the nigga knew he was on fucking steroids.
You don't think that Ryan smokes or Ryan drinks?
I don't understand.
No, I'm just asking. Mm-hmm. You don't think Ryan smokes or Ryan drinks, or there's none of that in camp leading up to Devin?
Bro, if you are using marijuana, that also mass PEDs. Like all of these things that he was doing in lead up to the fight.
I know what marijuana
are like he's signaling, motherfucker, I'm about to test positive. Like you don't take the IV unless you're trying to flush something out of your system, which is why the whole trace amount doesn't even make sense to me. Because it's like, yo, what do you mean a trace amount? The motherfucker took an IV. That's like you literally know that he flushed his system. So why would there be whatever the real amount was? You know what I'm saying? Like if we know that he flushed his system. I think that the fact that, and here's the thing that I really want to say too. Bill Haney, which is what this is all about, because nobody even dislikes Devin. This is all about Bill.
I think Devin is disingenuous at best, but I think Bill is a con man.
And I don't. I think Bill is LeVar Ball in boxing.
Let me sit with that before you say anything else.
No. I'm gonna walk you through it, right? Bill Haney and both LeVar Ball are selling, you know what I'm saying, or promoting their children, pretty much. And both of them got to where they were without the usual need for like money and all these other things that a lot of these other athletes go through. A lot of other basketball players, before they get to the league, you know what I'm saying, they don't come from money like that, you know, and that ends up allowing them to be able to stay more independent, you know, just like when Lonzo and his brother went to the league and they got their own shoes and all that. Devin Haney went independent, right? And he's like, yo, we're gonna be doing these deals on a fight by fight basis, right? And I think that with him being a promoter, like that's pretty much what he's doing. Like he's just promoting his son. And so with that being the case, like I don't look at what he's doing as any different as any promoter, like when they're trying to sell their fighter, right? I mean, how many times have we heard Bob Arum say somebody motherfucker called Lomachenko better than Ali? You know what I'm saying? Like they all cap, bro, because they're trying to promote their fighters, right? So
there's definitely some cap involved.
Yeah. So
there's definitely some cap involved.
I just think like all these dudes be capping, and this Ryan, bro, this shit, like it was just crazy, bro. Like it was crazy, and It's just all the steps leading, like, and honestly, when we was having that conversation, that was part of why I thought that he used steroids in the first place, was because of the way he was acting leading up. And I was like, bro, like, because this shit just didn't seem normal. And I'm like, yo, his body, but I thought it was because he came in 3 pounds overweight, right? But once again, hey, this is, it's fooling me because I'm like, oh, he looks like that because he came in 3 pounds overweight, right? That's why he's so much bigger than we normally see him. And, his body looks fucking more cut up than it normally is. And I'm like, all right, cool. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, he's had some consequences. I think that his suspension could have been longer. I don't like the PEDs in combat sports, bro. When it is dealing with somebody and you're like, literally, because if I'm a boxer, I'm already signing up to possibly die going in the ring with you, period. Right? Like, we're already signing up for that. Just if we all on some natural shit, like, that, you cannot walk out of here, and I know that I cannot walk out of here. So if we already doing that, I just think that when you add in that aspect, the shit just can become super dangerous. And yeah, I think that there needs to be a little bit more accountability for this dude. Every time I turn around, he's like on some live with somebody kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody's acting like nothing happened. And it's like, that shit's kind of crazy, bro. That shit's kind of crazy. But yeah, I just had to kind of touch on that because it was definitely bothering me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's interesting that that's happening, and I do want to keep a close eye on it because I don't necessarily trust Vada as well. And that's not to say that what happened didn't happen. You know what I mean? I don't generally have faith in the regulatory bodies in boxing.
One last thing, Ryan was fucking talking about Victor Conti and calling him a fake, and this is Victor Conti. But he used to be with Snack and Victor Conti, so it's like, bro.
Which means he probably has more intimate knowledge about the bullshit.
Nah, man.
No?
Man. Bro. All right, cool. So why did the New York State Athletic Commission, it's a totally separate, right? And why would they be, bro? Ryan Garcia is the cash cow. There's no reason for there to be a big conspiracy to make him look bad. If anything, judging by what we're seeing right now,
could it be Ryan talking about Bohemian Grove? And
absolutely not. No,
I'm not saying that it is, but for you to say that it absolutely could not be, I think is pretty fucking crazy.
Bro, Ryan Garcia.
What is the blowback? What is the blowback, and what does the blowback look like for somebody as big of a public figure as Ryan Garcia coming out and saying the things that he said? What are the consequences? What's the blowback for that?
I think that they would be like catastrophic if those things were, bro. Ryan Garcia made a claim.
Why do you skip over the answer to my question?
No. Because this is part, and I said that the blowback would be catastrophic if I believed that they were true in certain aspects. Meaning, not saying that I don't believe that Bohemian Grove exists. We all know fucking Bohemian Grove exists. But Ryan made some outlandish ass claims about him being like taken as a child, you know what I'm saying, and taken out to the woods and whatever. It's like, bro, all right, cool. If anybody else had made a claim like that, they'd be asked a follow-up question, like some kind of follow-up, bro. Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, when, bro? Like, they be talking to your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like,
talking about in the conversation he was having with Andrew Tate.
Talking
about the conversation he was having on Clubhouse with Andrew Tate.
And he said, "Yo, I got all this proof on my phone." He kept saying
the conversation with Andrew Tate,
right? Where has any, bruh? If you really about these kids and you keep saying these things and you say, "Yo, I got this proof," blah blah blah. You on Twitter talking about, "Hey, fuck it, Drake killed X." He just saying all these things, right? Cool.
What are the consequences?
Hmm?
What is the blowback?
What is the consequence?
Where is
for
the
Ryan?
public? What is it in general?
For
Public shame, defaming, loss of money,
okay,
and notoriety and things of that nature.
So Ryan is so Ryan's the victim.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You want to argue this point so bad
No.
that you're not listening to what I'm saying. You got to hear what I'm saying. I asked you, is it possible? And you said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hold on. Okay, you said absolutely not. And then I said, okay, I'm not saying that it happened. I'm not saying that this is a gigantic conspiracy. But you heard what Ryan said. While some of it was crazy, I'm sure there was some truth to some of it.
Okay.
Some of it sounds like some shit that I've already heard Alex Jones say. Some of it sounded like pretty on par.
Okay.
So regardless of whether or not we believe it's true, is that possible? You say no.
Is it possible
Is it possible that Ryan said something that could be true about some people that are important enough to be like, I don't give a fuck. We're to whatever it is. We're taking his fight away. We're defaming him. We're saying he used steroids. We getting this motherfucker out of here. X, Y, Z, so and so, whatever. I say, is that possible? And you say, no way. No way is that possible. And I think that that's crazy.
Okay. With the way that boxing is ran, okay,
by the fucking mob.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been saying.
I know. We're arguing about. We're arguing. You're trying to give me the trust the mob.
No,
you said we should trust the mob.
No. I'm saying trust the mob to do what the mob does. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Trust the mob to do what the mob does. And Ryan Garcia represents so much in terms of like looks and like just this propped up vision of like what they want the face of boxing to be.
Until you start opening your mouth.
Huh?
Until you start opening your
mouth. This is my point. Ryan's been saying the same shit, bro. He was saying the same shit in the lead up to the Tank fight. Nothing fucking happened.
This is the only
right.
He definitely wasn't,
bro. He was wilding.
He definitely wasn't saying.
Bro, he was what? All right.
No one's saying that Ryan wasn't wilding. He definitely wasn't saying the same stuff in the lead up to the Tank fight that he was saying in the lead up to the Haney fight. Hold on, bro.
Worse.
Hold on.
It got
Hold on.
He
didn't say anything in the lead up to the Tank fight that would lead to anyone that would have us having any sort of conversation about anyone in power giving a fuck about anything that Ryan said. Or are we talking about, there may be some shadow corporate blowback that hits Ryan in a similar way that Kanye was hit from a level of whatever way, defame. Nigga, wasn't none of that conversation. Wasn't none of that. So if I wouldn't have said nothing, if I would not have brought this and had this energy that I have right now, you would have had us walk away from this conversation being like, well, he was saying the same shit in the Tank fight. And that's bullshit.
No.
You would have. That's how we would have walked away. You would have finished your statement with us. Keep it a bean. You would have finished your statement with us believing that. We would have been like that. What did you say about Ryan in the Tank fight? In relevance in relation to the Devin Haney fight in the lead up. What did you say?
I said the same shit when it was
definitely not.
It wasn't the same shit.
Here to here.
I don't think it was that far, but it was definitely a difference, right?
The man was talking about kids getting raped, bro. You're bugging out. You're bugging out,
bro.
You're bugging.
All right.
What
go back in? All right.
What he say in the Tank? What he say in the Tank fight, bro?
For now, I'll concede it was here and here. And then I'll go back and I'll double back and we'll see if I was wrong completely. You know what I'm saying? But
he was on streams with Kai Cenat.
I'll concede right now. But hold on. Here is my thing. When like when people are saying these things, you have to realize how I see Ryan Garcia, and I see him for what he has been this entire time. The dude's a fucking dope head, bro. He's a fucking dope head. Like, he's been a dope head for years, and the fact that we are sitting here allowing a dope head to juice up and use fucking steroids, bro. When especially in like respectfully, bro, I told you he was on the motherfuckers. That's why I kind of like it's crazy because it's like, bro, I told you he was on the fucking steroids, and you called me a hater.
Yeah,
right. Because all of this shit is because of who it happened to.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
100%. Cause you, bro, you don't remember what you said?
All of this shit.
Do you remember
is
what
about,
you said? No.
You, go ahead.
You remember what
ahead.
you said?
You go ahead.
When we was talking about that shit.
Because you think time.
What did you say?
I don't know.
You said, because I was like, bro, I think he was on steroids and shit. And you asked me why. He was like, nah, bro, you hating. And I fucking went into it. You said, but it's fuck Devin, though.
Thank you.
Nigga.
Thank
100%.
you. Thank you.
100%.
So get it right. Hold on. So get it right, nigga. It's not about who did it. It ain't Ryan.
I said it's because it's who it happened to.
Oh, I thought
that's what I said.
I thought you were talking about Ryan.
No
situation.
No.
You fuck.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So nigga. See? Exactly. So I don't even want to hear that shit, bro. I don't even want to hear that shit.
Yeah, fuck him.
That's why I'm saying, bro.
It's not. All right, let me
No. Nigga, we live, nigga. We live, nigga. Ain't no.
I know when I say well, I don't know what you think you've done.
No.
I thought you had it wrong. So no. I thought you had it wrong. You were talking about Ryan. So I was ready to drop the bomb about the fact that it's about Devin. So
no,
nigga,
I already knew.
Okay, cool. So
I already knew.
So as long as you know you ain't got no one ups.
No, I got it.
You ain't got no one ups.
No,
you ain't got no one ups.
No,
look,
that's the problem.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I mean when it says like it's fuck Devin, because it ain't really fuck Devin as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like assalamu alaikum, brother. Like on some real shit. Like if we're being real, like it's definitely not fuck Devin in that way. But from a competitive standpoint, and me being a Tank fan, and which we'll get to that, and like there being a lot of this Tank chatter, especially after seeing that sparring match and looking at these two dudes, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of people. I just don't believe him. I don't believe Bill.
I feel it.
I don't.
You cannot believe him. That don't mean that this, bro, Ryan, bro.
What? How about this? Who are the fights that you want to see Devin fight? And I'll tell you if I think he'll win.
Bro.
Who are they? Just name the people.
Bro.
We're gonna do it quick. It's gonna be quick hits.
It's the same shit.
Just do one by one.
No. It's the same shit. It's Tank. It's
lost.
Fucking Tiafimo.
Lost.
It's fucking Shakur.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 50-50.
Who else is floating?
I get actually 55-45. I give the yes to Devin now.
Cool, right?
Who else?
And
Pitbull.
Who else? Pitbull. You know what I'm saying?
50-50.
Another fight, right? Fine. But that's my thing is this. Whoever wins these fights, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a shit for any other reason
that
than
is
to talk shit to you.
No. But
I have more. That's the most motivation I have.
I give a shit to have these arguments.
Yeah.
In the lead up to the fight.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I love.
I want to get a little post fight argument. I love just a little bit.
I love talking shit in the lead up to the fight.
To be honest, once the theatrics are over, like the shit talking of it really has worn off because you've seen the gladiatorship, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the whole thing, right? Like I thought Terrence
But if it's a great fight, you can run him back.
I thought Terrence might be Errol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when he lost to him, even as bad as it was, I wasn't in the house pointing in your face like, ha, nigga, I told you.
No.
I was like, damn, that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was crazy.
As it was.
Yo, and they are on a collision course at 154 right now as we speak. Both of them about to be fighting for a fight.
147, huh? That's one's at 147.
Yep.
Eros would be a lot
Both of
more
them about to
comfortable.
fight for a belt at like for 154, so you can clearly see that they're kind of about to meet again. So no, like, see, but that's the point though. It's like, yo, we can talk shit, and I love talking shit in the lead up to the fights, and even after the fight, you can, whoever can gloat, whatever, blah blah blah. Like, all that's cool, but it's like, what I don't like is what boxing has been doing is been keeping motherfuckers just in this perpetual state of just arguing about who would win a fight
and not fighting.
I agree. And it's like, bro, stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, we can get multiple fights out of this shit. We can get these fights and we can move on to the next one. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
based on what Tank said, these are the only people he has left.
This is gonna be interesting.
Fights with the next fight he takes.
No. Look, this is gonna be interesting because it's being leaked that he might be fighting Lomachenko. That
it has been.
They're looking towards that. I may be wrong.
I don't necessarily want to see that right now, but I'll
no.
I don't necessarily.
Look,
Loma gonna get fucked up.
I don't mind that fight. I don't mind it because that's somebody who he's fucking been supposed to fight. So I don't mind it. But you listen to me right now. If he fight Pitbull Cruz again, I don't want to hear shit, bro.
They want to fucking see that shit,
bro.
They want to see it.
Pitbull Cruz and Rolly Romero are literally two motherfuckers that are famous because they fought Tank Davis.
Rolly Romero, yes. Pitbull probably wouldn't be this famous if he
never heard Isak Pitbull Cruz's name.
That's not true.
Until
that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. He was no household name.
He was a replacement for who the fuck was Tank about to fight?
I don't remember. But I remember I definitely heard
he was a late replacement.
That's true.
My point is, and why I got all dramatic, is because he was a late replacement, bro.
I agree.
Which means that like that's the type of level that he was on, bro. His best opponent.
So if you got a fight schedule and the dude drop out, and then you get somebody else to come in there and fight late last minute or whatever,
I think
what you supposed to do, bro?
No. I just think that the Pitbull Cruz fight, I think they didn't scout that right. I don't think that they meant for that.
Better than anybody else.
Who? Pitbull Cruz?
Nobody's looked better against Tank than Pitbull. It's only been him and one other man to survive.
No. Hey, I was gonna say this. I think Frank Martin looked better till the motherfucker started laying up against the ropes in the corner. That was the weirdest shit.
He did not look better,
bro. Really?
No, because whenever Gervonta wanted to throw, he was hit.
Frank Martin won like 5 straight rounds, bro.
Those were giveaways.
I don't think they were giveaways.
All right.
I think Tank was getting frustrated, and I think that until Frank Martin started,
I don't think
planting himself in the corner.
I don't think so at all. I think Tank was like, bro, this dude don't have the stamina. I'm going to walk this nigga down. I'm gonna land whatever, soften him up, land whatever. But
bro, his face didn't look like that after the Pitbull Cruz fight. He had a way bigger.
He said he got it off from. He said it in the post. He said he got it off from blocking.
Bro, he was hitting, bro.
I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you what I'm gonna tell you something that I see.
And Frank Martin ain't even like.
And I've said this. I've said this to you before. I really, really feel like I have I'm a very, very good judge of people. I feel like I can tell when somebody is lying. I feel like I'm a good judge of when somebody is lying and full of shit. Mm-hmm. In general, I don't feel like Tank is full of shit. Mm-hmm. In general, I feel like he's answering questions honestly. If not, answering a question in general jest, and that's very, very clear to see. Mm-hmm. I think Pitbull Cruz looked far better. The nigga you're talking about went to sleep.
Oh no, facts. 100%. Frank Martin was scared of fucking Tank Davis, bro.
Whatever you want to say, I don't give a shit what it was. I don't care what the reason was. He went to bed.
Yeah,
bro.
He did. I said until he started until he started planting himself in the corner.
Pitbull.
I had a caveat.
Pitbull won some of the first four. I think he won like first three rounds. Almost won the fourth as well.
I didn't think so. I thought that Tank
way,
was pretty much controlling that fight till he fucked his hand up.
Fair. I mean, that happened to Benavidez fucked both of his hands up in this fight. So, hey, I'm not saying that it's great. Pitbull do this, do that, whatever. I don't give a shit what's happened with Pitbull's career. I think Pitbull is actually a really, really good fighter. I see us getting Pitbull and getting to see him and him being like a relative, like not a household name, but a name, especially since putting Rolly DeMiro to BED. But since becoming more of a name, I think that is a real treat, bro.
Bro, but look at what you just said, bro. He put Rolly Romero, bro. Who the fuck, bro? That boy. You don't make me say what Hamo said, bro. You know that, bro. You know that
radio,
bro. You know that motherfucker wasn't in the same classes, bro.
No, he's not
as everybody else.
Hey,
you know that growing up,
but it looked
that boy was not in the same classes with everybody else, bro. Bro, you know that, bro. You know that boy was not in the same classes as everybody else, bro. You know he wasn't. You know he was not, bro. And that's my point, man. It's like, dude, you just said what I'm saying. You're making household names out of niggas that don't need to be household names
only
like that.
One.
No, but look.
Only one.
It was low key. It was whoever was going to come out of that Rolly Romero fight because they fought each other.
In my opinion, Pitbull deserves to be where he's at right now. I think him knocking Rolly out in the way that he did, and I like Pitbull's old school style of boxing.
I do too.
I think he will put down more people than you really think so, and they really, really do give him credit for.
We about to see because he got the belt now, right?
We definitely are.
He got the belt, and he better not be ducking no smoke from no mandatories, from no nothing. And
that's a rule that I feel like we have for everybody.
Yeah. Oh no. Facts. But no. But speaking of belts and mandatories, because you were talking about Tank and them being on par or on track, whatever, man.
What?
Or like no. On the level, rather.
No.
You didn't say Tank is on the level. You said Tank. Speaking of his character. On the level. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, nigga, you just said that. Like, what the fuck?
I thought you were saying that I was saying that Tank and Pitbull are on the same level. No. I was not saying that.
No. For Tank to be on the level, right? Like you was just saying. I think that comes with somebody being consistent in what they say and what they, you know what I'm saying, go after and all these things, right? Tank and his team has been very inconsistent, and the shit just happened again, right? Tank and his entire team, Leonard Ellerbe, everybody's been on the record saying they don't give a fuck about belts. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney was at 135 for 5 years trying to get the Tank fight. He had belts. He even tried to force the WBA to make the fight. Like they was having all the champions fight for one another. Devin Haney reached out and said, why don't y'all make this? They reached back and said, that's not something that we can do. Tank's team is not interested. I know that this happened because right after that, Leonard Ellerbe walked out and was like, we ain't nobody's mandatory. They can't force nothing. Belts don't matter, blah, 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 blah. So Devin Haney is at 135. He has the belts. Belts don't matter. Devin Haney moves up to 140. He vacates those belts. Now Tank wants to be undisputed. That is the exact same thing that Canelo Alvarez did with David Benavidez when David Benavidez had them belts.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I don't want the belt. I don't care about the belt. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez lost his belts on the scale during COVID because he couldn't get his weigh-in shit straight. And now all of a sudden, Canelo wants the belts. Like, there is this inconsistency from that team on why these fights haven't been happening, why he has continued to fight certain types of fighters, and that's been my point. He is in these situations where he's fighting people that is tailor-made toward his strengths, and I think that this Frank Martin fight was actually very telling, because Frank Martin's not a boxer like that. But he's really like a come forward slugger dude. And when you see him moving and giving Tank, there's so many problems. But you can see that Frank didn't even believe in the game plan. Like that fight, I think might have even gone different if that had been like 5-6 fights for Frank down the road. Because like he ain't believe in himself. He ain't believe in the game plan. I knew that shit was over. He was still up. And I knew that fight was over when he was in the corner. Derek James was talking to him, and he was like, "Yo, you're doing good, but watch out for this, blah blah blah." He was like, "He ain't even hitting you with nothing. And Frank said, "Hit me with a couple body shots."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Bro, get this." I'm like, "Bro, you like your trainer is trying to fucking instill confidence in you, mm-hmm. and you say, nah." That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Dude, and then it's like, so he's in there with a guy that's overmatched, whose best win came against another unproven, undefeated fighter who is literally only famous because he looked like Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like Tank knocks him out, and then it's like, oh, see, we gotta celebrate. It's like, bruh, I didn't ask for this shit. Like, I'm tired of seeing you fight people that I know you're gonna fucking beat up. Even if it's a thing and you might, like, I ain't saying Devin Haney gonna fucking 100% fucking beat this dude. I ain't saying none of these people is gonna 100% fucking beat him. But you can't be hopping around these weight classes just like Canelo was doing, not fighting any of the best niggas at these weight classes. That's my point.
I agree. I do think we should get all of these fights.
All of them, bro. I need all of them.
Devin's getting spanked, bro.
Let me see it. Like, I want to.
We already have money on that.
Facts.
When that inevitably happens, we already have money on that, and that's gonna be one. That's gonna be one I'm gonna smile at when it happens.
What about Devin and Teofimo? We take Teofimo?
I definitely would take Teo. Definitely.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, bro. I want to see all these fights. I want to see Tank versus Teofimo.
I think Devin has a better chance of beating Teo than he does Tank.
Yeah,
100%.
I think he beats all of them, but
you think Devin beats all of them?
Yeah.
How does he keep Tank off of him?
The same way that Frank Martin was. Tank gets frustrated, bro.
So wait. You saying Frank kept him off him?
My caveat. I thought that the caveat was still there. My caveat was, if you watch that fight, what I saw Frank using movement, boxing very well. He was jabbing him.
Why did he stop moving?
Because did you hear what he said?
Because he was getting fucking hit.
No. That ain't what he said.
He said he got comfortable.
No. That's not what he said.
What did he say?
Frank Martin said, I knew that's what Tank wanted me to do. Was he wanted me to keep moving until I gassed out. So I was trying to switch it up.
Tried to conserve.
No, I was trying to switch it up. Right. I was like, bro, right, why do you say I know that was his game plan? Motherfucker, if what you are doing is working.
Saying, no, it's clearly not. What he's telling you without telling you is I'm fucking gassing.
Yeah, because that's not his style. Naturally.
Who gives a fuck?
Not.
I'm gassing.
Yeah.
Does Frank hit harder than Devin?
I don't think so. I think it's a different type of power.
Devin's a more precise puncher.
Bro, I don't know what Frank's power is like that. He hasn't, I don't know. He hadn't fought anybody. That's my point. Like, he hadn't fought anybody, bro. Like,
I just don't see how Devin keeps him off him.
Yeah.
I don't see how Devin keeps him off him. I think Tank is.
Devin's in much better shape than Frank Martin is.
I think Tank is supremely motivated to beat the shit out of Devin.
Yeah.
I don't think Devin is incredibly motivated to beat the shit out of Tank.
I think that's a wild statement.
I think Bill is more motivated to beat, bruh. You say what you want, bro. Sometimes I look at Devin, bro, and I don't think he want to be there. So
that's not what I see.
Well, you said, like I said, I preface my statement by say what you want.
No.
So
I feel it.
Say it. But when I see him sometimes it don't seem like you want to be there, bro. Sometimes he seems like he does not believe some of the things that he's saying. Sometimes you can see how clear of an act certain things are, how outside of his personality certain things are,
promoting fights
in terms of his behavior. And I think in general, the fighters that do the best, aside from Floyd, are relatively genuine, and you can really typically see it. And I don't see Devin being able to finish. I see him. He truly lacks finishing ability, in my opinion. Yeah, bro. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
I think when you go back and you look at a lot of like young Floyd Mayweather when they were around the same age as he is now, I think you saw a lot of that then too.
In terms of what?
With him coming up, because I think that what you're seeing is, now that I'm having a better understanding of what you're saying, I think that promoting the fights, bro, is what we're really talking about here, and where these things are coming from, where you're saying that you feel like he's saying things that,
that's all promotion. Looking like he don't want to be there, that's an in the fight thing.
Yeah, no,
his chin is also glass.
Yeah,
that shit is glass.
I don't see how we say his chin's glass when Ryan Garcia went in there overweight and on steroids. They said he might have weighed about 170 pounds.
He's not getting knocked out.
He didn't knock him out.
And the chin's not getting
Ryan
broken,
already fucking hits hard as shit.
He's getting fucking weeble wobbled. He gets weeble wobbled. He gets wobbled. He gets dazed quite quickly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So again, say what you want about that. He gets dazed quite quickly. I don't think he's a fighter that makes people pay incredibly well for the mistakes that they make. I don't feel like he was making Loma pay incredibly for the mistakes that he makes. Obviously, there's come up fighters and shit that people fight, but hey, man, we're gonna see. I think Gervonta is gonna make him pay, and you don't. So we'll see. We got money on that already.
Oh yeah,
we'll get to that.
That's a great fight.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think it's gonna be a great fight. I think that one's gonna be another ass whooping. I think Shakur is gonna be a runaround fest. I think Loma's gonna be an ass whooping. But that'll probably be a better fight than Devin.
We'll see.
Because he definitely fucking lost to Loma.
We'll see.
Definitely. So this is really a question for you. Where do you rank Tank? Where do we have him? Where do we have him ranked right now?
Honestly, the only reason why this fight didn't move him up the pound for pound rank where I have him at is just because, as I just said, Frank Martin, like, dude didn't go in there to lay down. I'm not going to fucking say that he went in there and just, gave up and didn't try to win the fight. But I had as we know, I had problems with that fight going into it, with Frank Martin's experience level, with his competition level up to this point. And yeah, so it just didn't really do anything for me in that aspect. Tank is like right where he kind of like always has been. I do have him on my pound for pound list, but if you notice, like a lot of pound for pound lists, he's been kind of like left off of like these past few years, and I think it's because of the fact that everybody kind of sees that this dude has been fighting like people that he's supposed to knock out, and I just don't know how much more that I can glean from that. Like, if you're gonna continue to if you're like a Canelo and you continue to fight Liam Smith and Callum Smith and Abney Yildirim and these guys, and you're beating them up and you whooping their ass and you're knocking them out, it's like, bro, cool, but fight this motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? So until like when Tank does that, I will immediately, bro, because like that's it, that's all that's missing. Like, he got the pay-per-view sales, you know, he got the look, you know what I'm saying? People love him getting these knockouts. He got all that, bro. He got all that. He has a fan base that's willing to pay. I do think that these pay-per-view sales have kind of been going, or this Frank Martin one obviously was much less than the Ryan Garcia one. But I just think that, you know, if he has a credible dance partner, he can do tremendous numbers, and everybody that isn't fighting him could probably make more money fighting him than anybody else. So it's like, don't continue to give these guys who really don't deserve these fights a fucking payday while saying, oh, well, what did this guy deserve to get a payday, and what did he deserve? Like, bruh, Frank Martin didn't deserve it to be there if that was the case, right? Because everybody else that we was talking about earlier, they all have better resumes. And it's like, you know, and this don't just go for Tank either. So it's not just Tank. Teofimo need to get his ass in there with, you know what I'm saying, whoever. Like, bruh, all these guys have to start fighting one another. So it ain't just on Tank, and I don't want to make it seem like it is. The only reason why we have to kind of focus on him is because Tank is one of the few motherfuckers in boxing that truly controls who he fights. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? Like him, Canelo Alvarez,
and Devin.
You know what I'm saying? Devin, right? Like, them people, they control who they fight. So if I see other people that, if they control who they fight and they fight in better competition, even if they coming out looking a little bit more human, I gotta rock with that instead of you looking superhuman fighting people that you're supposed to be knocking out.
Hey, I hear you. I feel like I do a lot more eye testing. Styles make fights, like we know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I just see Tank as being a more versatile fighter. Obviously, being a more volatile fighter, the quicker fighter, the more explosive one.
Explosive,
so, yep. Hey, we'll see, man. We shall definitely see. I have Tank probably ranked at about third in my pound for pound list right now.
Yeah.
Probably have him third in my pound for pound behind Terrence and Canelo, strictly based on time.
Terrence
tenure.
definitely number one right now.
Yeah, I agree. Terrence, Canelo, and then I go Tank.
First motherfucker Floyd told Terrence to fight David Benavidez. I cannot believe he said that, bro.
Hey, you know what?
I cannot believe that.
After watching that sparring session between Tank and Devin and knowing the backstory in it, Floyd is truly a fucking asshole.
I told you Floyd was a hater, bro. See, but that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers don't care
or can't. I don't think. I just couldn't see.
Yeah, nah, you couldn't see till it happened to Tank. That was crazy. But that was my point, though, bro. In this moment, shout out to Floyd, because I told y'all motherfuckers that footage was edited and it looked crazy. That was wild, bro. Can we at least say, or real quick, can we at least say that was Tank's greatest hits on that 1 minute and however long clip? That was everything that you could have thrown in that fucking clip from that entire session.
Yeah, we can definitely say that.
So out of a 19-minute clip, it was a minute of Tank looking good. I don't think there was 60 straight seconds of that sparring sessions that Tank controlled.
Tank's hopping off a private jet from partying with fucking Adrian Broner.
Hey, don't talk shit then.
What you mean don't talk shit? The boy was going to fucking bed.
All right, bro. Bruh.
What you talking about, nigga? Floyd, if Floyd don't break him up and they don't go and Broner don't get in there and break him up.
Bro,
He not about to get
Bro.
the shit beat out of him.
Broner was trying to get his bread.
Broner wasn't betting, bro.
Broner did bet.
His dad was.
He part of the bet, bro. Come on, man. Like,
go ahead, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Broner hopped in the.
Yo, this nigga's that you acting crazy.
Broner was fucking stalling. No, I'm not. Broner was stalling. Tank wasn't stalling too. Can we? All right. If you're gonna tell me that Tank wasn't stalling several times
inside the ring,
yes.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
I think they cut out a part of the fight when the nigga threw up on the side of the ring too.
All right, cool.
This nigga's in fighting shape.
Bro.
So as the fight goes on, absolutely, I'm gonna get gas.
Off with Tank getting in him, like
no. Tank starts off fights the way he normally does. What this nigga got and what we doing and woo. Okay. The energy in there is crazy. Niggas in there is talking shit. They have this nigga. The Floyd got the nigga sucker punching the nigga in the middle of the fight. Bro over here trying to get his breath and shit. Like, bro, I've been fucking. What? Go ahead.
It wasn't in the middle of the fight when he sucker punched him.
It definitely was.
Floyd was trying to get.
I'm not talking about when he was standing over there by his corner. I'm talking about when he was standing over off to the right side of the ring, talking to somebody who had been talking shit that was in the crowd. Not when he was standing over there by where AB was. That was not during the fight. That was supposed to be during a portion that was broken up. And Floyd was saying that he was taking too long or something like that. And he was like, yeah, go over there and hit his ass anyway or so on and so forth. That's not what I'm talking about.
You're talking about when he started hitting him in the body first, right?
That's what Floyd said, and that was during the break. I'm talking about when he punched him in the side of his head. That was not during the break.
More like towards the right side.
Correct.
Of the ring,
That's
right?
not. It was not during the break.
Right? No. No, I didn't mean it was during a break. What I meant was that
so in shape. That's what you think the fight looks like.
Huh?
Two in shape fighters. Even at that time, that's what you think it looks like,
bro.
Or does it look like? Or does it look like what it looks like in the majority of the fight? Start to look more like that 1 minute.
Time out, bro. Hold on. So,
because if I've been hooping every day and if I'm in tip top shape and you're not, and we go play basketball, you're going to have moments early in the game, more than likely, when you look really, really good and it looks closer to what it would actually look like when me and you play. But what's going to happen as we get to, let's say we're playing the 21, what's going to happen? My endurance, me playing all the time, me being in tip-top shape is more than likely going to shine in the long run. Right? You should at least be able to hurt me.
Yeah.
Maybe. Go ahead.
No, I'm
gonna let you get this shit off.
First, I saw in the same thing in that Devin Haney sparring footage that I saw in the Frank Martin fight when Tank, because I don't think he handles combinations well. I think he gets frustrated and he starts like trying to apply pressure in the wrong ways. And when you have him in there with somebody that is cerebral and a better boxer with some athleticism, see, because Frank Martin had the athleticism part, but he's not a great boxer in that aspect. So I saw the same things in that sparring footage that I saw in that fight. Same holes. The fact that we came from after that footage dropped and everybody's like, oh, you know, he was getting whooped, whatever, blah, 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 blah. When AB jumped in there and was acting like it was over, that part didn't go for that long. And 5 seconds later, Devin Haney stepped right back up to Tank and commenced to doing exactly what the fuck he had just been doing prior to that. So, like, this thought of
I want to up this bet so
he
bad.
was about to get stopped.
Can we up the bet?
It's kind of crazy to me.
Can we up the bet?
You know what I mean?
You seem really confident. Can we up the bet?
Bro, they got to sign the bet to fucking.
I don't give a shit. I'd want to get it together as soon as humanly possible.
Hey, had these motherfuckers get the fight together, and
because I don't want anybody to.
Everybody can partake in with it, and they can watch.
I don't want anybody to change. I don't want anybody to change their mind.
Huh? No. Bro. You think I'm gonna?
I'm sure.
Change my choice.
I'm sure you're dug in.
You're dug in, and as are you. Heels, Doug.
I saw what I needed to see.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw what I needed to see.
And I saw what I needed to
see. In one way from that sparring session, and in many other ways from the way that they fight in general when they fight other people. Eventually, man, they're gonna get. Eventually, bro, they're gonna get to you. And Tank is not just like this poke and prod brawler of a fighter. Which, hey, look, I'm not gonna bloviate about it. I'm not gonna talk about it for too long. But he's just not this like poke and prod kind of fighter. You're not gonna keep him off of you for the entire fight. Eventually, he's going to hit you. He's going to, and he's also not Ryan in terms of like finishing you wildly or whatever. Like, if he gets you hurt, he's more than likely going to finish you.
Yeah.
Devin has been doing a good job of getting hurt even prior to the Ryan fight. And I think Tank is a more precise puncher than Ryan. And he's the most accurate puncher in boxing. So obviously,
did Lomachenko hurt him like that?
Lomachenko is fucking peppering everybody.
No. But the answer was no, right?
No, of course not.
And then he fought Regis Prograis. He didn't get hurt like that. He got hurt
because Regis Prograis is a bum.
He's not a bum.
Yeah, you call it whatever you want.
He's better than everybody Tank's fought. So anyway,
sounds good.
He is.
He's def. What'd you say?
He was a champion.
Him being a champion does not mean that he's a better boxer than some of the people that Tank fought.
Regis Prograis is not better than Frank Martin?
Sure.
Is he better than
it's a lot closer.
He's not better than Pitbull Cruz?
He's not a better boxer than Pitbull. No.
So
no, he's not.
Hey.
What do you mean? Are you talking about if the two were to fight? They're in different weight classes, so that's not the point. Who has a better mastery of the sport of boxing?
Pedigree.
A better mastery of the sport?
Pedigree?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Regis Prograis has less of a pedigree than Pitbull Cruz.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think that y'all just saw what the man with this man. That's crazy as shit. That's crazy as shit.
Okay.
Pitbull Cruz has fought Tank Davis and Rolly fucking Romero.
That's fine.
Who showed but showdy. Hey, that's crazy.
I'm not even. You think I'm basing this on him punching Rolly Romero and knocking him out?
No. Right. I said pedigree in terms of who they fought. In their career.
I told you what my reasoning was.
Oh.
You kept saying pedigree, and I kept repeating what I was repeating. You kept saying pedigree, and I kept telling you what I said. Who has a better mastery of the sport of boxing? I think it's Pitbull. You think it's Regis. Shouts out to you.
I think pedigree plays a huge part.
Fine.
Huge part. Like, because I don't know how can I know how to gauge what you're gonna do?
That's fine.
If you're like, if the fuck, like,
that's fine.
What do I do? All right, so case. This is why this Tank shit is not gonna go the way that people. Because
what do you mean by that? When you say this Tank shit, you're talking about like Tank versus Devin?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this shit is gonna come back to bite Tank, bro. This whole not fighting people that like he need to be fighting in these different styles. You see, there's the same shit, bro. That sparring footage with Devin Haney was how old? Like 10 years, 7 years, 6, 7 years, however long. The motherfucker still got the same tendencies, bro, and still gets frustrated by people that can box and move. And it is because he is not seeing that in the ring at full fucking speed and not having to deal with that shit. And when it looks foreign to you, that's when the shit is like can end up eventually hitting the fan. That's why it's hella important fights for him to fight. And I think he's gonna take some of these dudes before Devin. And I think he should. I think he should fight fucking Lomachenko first. I think he should fight fucking Teofimo first. Cause bro, like that shit, you have to get these other looks in, man. Frank Martin was not supposed to be winning 5 straight rounds against this dude. That's not supposed to happen, bro. I think that y'all is like not realizing that as well. That unproven dude who really was fighting a style that he wasn't even comfortable with, just went in there and won 5 straight rounds against this dude. That's like, I don't see how that bodes well, bro.
We've already bet.
Hey, we have.
That's a fact. So, I mean, in closing, what is your final point? You wanted to be allowed to cook? By all means.
Hey, no. Oh, just in general or on this topic?
No. This topic is over.
Oh yeah, no.
We disagree. I'm about to take your money.
Hey,
Devin gonna be lumped up when the fight's over because he can't hurt nobody. And whatever boxing and moving and footwork that you're talking about is not going to be enough, in my opinion. That's my closing. You gave your closing.
Yeah.
I think it's really as simple as that. Moving on.
Oh yeah, no. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. You know, this show is like one of the highlights of the week. You know what I'm saying? Getting to come over here and argue with the homie in front of y'all. You know, because this is what we be doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well just come at these fucking conversations
already be happening
on camera.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So hey,
so fucking annoying.
It's just y'all being
nigga
able
don't
to
annoy
be a part
me.
of this.
I like doing his show better because nigga don't annoy me on his show. He don't piss me off as much on his show. He
Hey.
says much less silly shit on his own show. And nigga
Right.
come here to get it all out. He'll come here like, yeah, I was gonna say whatever.
Yeah, facts.
It's whatever over here.
And I can't see the chat. Oh, that's even better.
It's great, right? You ain't got nothing to comment
Just
on,
free
nothing to go
flowing,
back and forth
free
about.
flow of consciousness.
By all means, man. I ain't mad at it. Go ahead, let it go.
Facts.
Let it out, bro.
No. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and SKII and Stino locking in, man. This was a super fun show, and it's always fun being able to match wits with the homie. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, for now, we gonna bid y'all adieu. Obviously, you know me, you know the man, and if you don't, and if you're new to the squad, welcome. Appreciate you. Good looking twin. Like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Smash that button.
My name is Stino. That's Sky. Next time you be seeing us will be on night shift, but I'm gonna cut up over there too, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I ain't got too much etiquette right here. All right. Peace, y'all. Y'all ready? Peace.